Last week in church, I preached on Matthew 15 and Matthew 15:21 to 28. And I wanted to preach on, or to speak to you on one of the verses of this particular passage this morning. And it was on the verse 27, where she says, "Yes, Lord, let even the dogs eat from the crumbs that fall from the master's table." You know, this woman got a healing and a great blessing out of the leftovers, the crumbs that fell from the master's table, because Jesus said, "Woman, great is your faith. Let it be done to you as you desire." You know, I remember growing up, we had leftovers. You know, when mom and dad would cook, you know, they would package up whatever was left over and they would put it in the refrigerator. And usually Thursday night growing up was clean out the refrigerator night. And you might get a little packet, a little bit of meatloaf. You might get a little pack of chicken, and there was some leftover mashed potatoes. Here was some leftover string beans. Here was some leftover corn and all that. It was like a smorgasbord. And I'll tell you, sometimes those meals were some of the best meals that you got at mom and dad's house. Why? Not because they were the best cooked meals, but because they were the leftovers. They were the little bits and pieces of everything. And sometimes you get some of the best blessings out of the crumbs that fall from the master's table. You know, I'm not saying that we should always seek out the leftovers from God. I believe that we should always seek out the best from God. But sometimes God gives us those little blessings that fall from the the crumbs that fall from the master's table, to bless us with, to see, I think, what we are going to do with them. Are we going to be blessed with them? What are we going to do with those small blessings, to see if we're going to be faithful with them? Because if we're faithful in the little things, God is going to bless us with the greater things. Are you being faithful with the little things that God has blessed you with, so that God can see, oh, okay, you're being faithful with the little things, God will bless you with the greater things. You know, some of the greatest blessings in life come from the small things. And I think sometimes I got the best meals at home out of those clean out the refrigerator nights. You know, when you got those little bits of the meatloaf and the little bits of the leftover barbecue chicken and the little bits of the potatoes, because man, you do the leftover mashed potatoes you can make up in potato cakes, and the leftover corn on the cob, and the leftover this and the leftover that. Because sometimes, you know, those things had the food had the chance to marinate together, because it just made those little things even better. So thank God sometimes for those leftover blessings, because sometimes you got to wait for those things. Sometimes you got to wait for your blessings too. You may not get them on Monday, but those Thursday blessings, oh man, because Friday, when you get those blessings and you're ready to go into the weekend, man, I'm telling you what, you're ready to hit that weekend with a good blessing and shouting and blessings in the Lord. Let me tell you, thank God for those crumbs that fall from the master's table, because a lot of times you are greatly blessed beyond measure, and we don't give God the praise too often for that. We need to thank God in all things. So remember that the next time you're pulling out those leftovers out of the refrigerator and say, Lord, thank you for those leftover blessings in my life.